Hi everybody, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. I'm very pleased that you're here with me. Today I'm going to be featuring a new primer, a new foundation from Maybelline, a new lip product that I found recently at my local Walmart, and then a $1 eyeshadow look. So the first product, I've already got my moisturizer on and my eye cream, and also some James Reed H2O Self Tanning Drops. And so I mixed that in with my moisturizer, and now we're going to jump in with primer. So we've got this new primer by Ofra, and this is called a Northern Lights Primer. It says, prime and glow without the oiliness. In this soft focus primer, imperfections will be diffused as this light-catching prepping lotion dries to a satin finish and creates a smooth base for your makeup. Apply a pump or two to the face prior to makeup application or on its own. So we've got this really pretty packaging. It's got this nice big white cap. It says Ofra on it, and then on the bottom you can see the primer. This is Northern Lights, so that you just take that cap off and you got this nice pump. So I'm going to get some of that on my skin. And then get some of this on my skin. Feels really nice going on. It's kind of got a nice creamy texture, creamy feel to it. I like that. And then we're going to jump in with the foundation. So this is a new foundation that I found off of Ulta's website. It's the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover. Full coverage protective makeup with a sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 50, antioxidant enriched pollution protection, and I'm in 115 Ivory. And I was really excited to see that the drugstore is coming out with an SPF 50 because I really like this, especially since we're going into the hot summer months. I think that it's very important that we have, you know, that higher broad spectrum coverage. My favorite in the past has been both of the IT Cosmetics products. This is the oil-free matte version with an SPF 40, and then this is the CC Plus Illumination and with SPF 50. And they also have a regular one. So they've got matte, radiance, and then they also have a regular one, and they're all excellent. I love these. But these have always been my go-to when I'm going to be outdoors, if I'm going to be working in the yard, and I want something that's going to provide me a lot of sun protection. This has always been my go-to. But I'm excited to see the drugstores coming out with an SPF 50, and especially Maybelline, because I love a Maybelline product. So you just unscrew this cap, and then you've got a squeezy tube. So you've got like a pointed end there, and I'm just going to squeeze some out and put it all over my face, and then blend it in with my Real Techniques 301 buffing brush. So this is really great that Maybelline is coming out with an affordable foundation that's going to have that higher SPF, because I do think that that is something that the drugstore lacks. I mean, we have SPF 15s and 20s, but haven't seen a whole lot from the drugstore with that higher SPF. So now we have something with a higher SPF, and I did notice that they come in quite a few colors. I got the 115, and then I also got the shade 120. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really pleased to see that the drugstore is making their products with an SPF of 50, because that's important. I like to definitely amp that up. I do a lot of yard work in the summertime, and I'm outdoors mowing and things like that, and when it's hot and it's sunny out, definitely want our faces protected. So I think this will be a great option. So far I'm loving the coverage. I think it's actually very full coverage, which I love. So that's nice. You're getting the protection, but you're also getting nice full coverage with this. Love that. I'm just going to add a little bit of my concealer to accentuate the dark circles underneath my eye. So I'm just going to take my Maybelline FitMe concealer, and this is in 10 Fair. And I just like to get some under here just to kind of brighten things up and conceal that darkness that tends to gravitate to me. I'm going to go through here, put a little down here, A little up here. And then I like to go around the crevices of my nose because I've always got darkness in there. And plus I use concealer to brighten. I like to brighten different places on my face. So by doing it this way, I have that little extra brightening going on. So that was a good, I mean, that was my first time trying the foundation, but I'm really impressed with it as far as like the coverage goes. I think that it packed a punch there, which I like. I was just really excited to see that the drugstores amping up the SPF, so that's going to be really great for the summertime. Okay, so now I'm going to go in to set the makeup, and I'm going to use my, this is my PhotoReady Candid loose powder in 001. And basically you just take the cap, you unscrew the cap, and then you have this like lid that pops up. So you've got the lid, and then I just dip my Real Techniques powder brush into it, and I'm just going to go in and kind of set it. I don't want any shine or anything like that, and this will eliminate that. I'm just going to go all over the face with this to set it. This is a real fine loose powder, so it's really nice kind of texture. Alright, so now that I've got the makeup set, we're going to go in with a blush. And the blush that I'm using is a new cream blush that I picked up. I think this is falling. So this is a new cream blush that I picked up, and it's I picked it up at Target, and it's by Pixi by Petra Sheer Cheek Gel. And it looks like this, and this is in the shade Natural. So you unscrew the cap, you've got this liquid product. What I do is I just take a little bit of it, dab it right here on the top of the cheek, and then I'm going to blend it in. And then I'll start with that, and then I'll blend it in as needed if I need extra. So this is my Sigma F80 Air Flat Kabuki. It's like a stippling brush, and I just like to stipple the product on my cheeks. And look at that glow, you guys. I love cream blushes. I should use them more often. I used to use them all the time, and then I moved several times and I've lost them in the shuffle, but I just love a cream blush. Love, love, love a cream blush. Makes it look so pretty. Just gives that extra, I think it gives a nice radiance to the cheeks without even having to add highlighter, and that's what I really like. Because it looks like I've got some color, but it also looks like I've got a highlight on even though I don't. This is just the radiance of the actual product itself. So this is just directly from this tube, and I think that provided a beautiful flush of color. I really don't feel like I even need to add highlighter. I just like the way that looks as is. So now I'm going to go in with my Milani Easybrow automatic eye pencil. And this is my eyebrow pencil, and this is a natural taupe. I actually like the newer one I have, but I just want to get this one used up. There's still quite a bit of product left in it, and I want to get it used up. I like how you just twist it up and the product comes right out. I'm just getting this on my eyebrows. I just basically stencil in my look. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with this $1 eyeshadow look. So this, I picked this up at the Dollar Tree. It's by LA Colors, and it's called Beauty. And it's just a little 6 shadow eye shade palette. And it's got, hi baby girl, it's my cat. And then it's got these pretty shades in it. So very basic, but pretty. So I'm going to go in with some Urban Decay. She's meowing. Meow. I'm going to go as the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion and put that all over the lid. Putting this all over the lid. Prime the eyelid for the eyeshadow application. This is just a little travel tube that I have. So sweet when she comes in here and meows at me. Alright, and then I'm going to take my Sigma E40 tapered blending brush, and I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here to get the crease going. Always like the darkest or darker shade to be in the crease. And I'm always curious about these $1 eyeshadow palettes and how they can perform. You never know. Sometimes they're good and sometimes they're just okay, but sometimes you can find some really real gems in it. And my Dollar Tree's been carrying a lot of LA Colors, and I found several lip glosses that were the bomb for $1. The shade called Twinkle and the shade called Glance. And I was just amazed at the quality for $1. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be so good, but it really was. So once in a while you can find something at the Dollar Tree that's actually a really good quality. It just depends, and you know, for $1 it's worth trying. Okay, so I'm just getting that amped up in the crease, and then I'm going to use a Morphe M124 flat brush, and I'm wanting to go in with this gold shade. So there's a gold shade right here in the middle. That gold shade, and we're going to drag that right here across the lower part of the lid, and that is really packing some nice shine. So I'm taking the gold shade, and the technique I use is to just really get it on there, and you see how when you drag your brush, when you put the brush down and then drag it like that, that's how you can get a lot of color payoff, regardless of what eyeshadow look you have. So when you're really wanting to pack a punch, and I love doing this technique because I like the eyeshadow to show up. Then next, I'm going to go in with this kind of like burgundy color, and I'm going to go right in here with that to kind of give it that extra pop of color. So you've got this really pretty burgundy shade, and I'm just packing that on in here, kind of right above where I put the gold. Slightly overlapping it. That is a pretty color. See, I think, to me, this is not bad for $1. You can get a really pretty look with this. So my friends out there that love the Dollar Tree, you might want to check it out. LA Colors Beauty. This is a nice one. And then I'm going to take this lightest shade. It's this like champagne color. And I'm going to pop that right in the crease, or right in the inner corner, I'm sorry. Inner corner. Let's see, it would be better if I took my Morphe M506 crease brush to get that inner corner. And that's just a nice little technique that brightens up the inner corner. Gives it that extra pop. I'm going to go back with my Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. I'm going to take that same shade, pop it right underneath the brow for some glow. Right underneath the brows. Love the brow effect. Okay, now let's see if we can deepen up the crease a little bit. So I think what I want to do is go back in with my Morphe M506 crease brush. And let's see, we've got a couple of options. There is a little bit of taupe down here at the end. I'm going to add some of that. I'm also going to go in with that same burgundy shade there and pop some of that in the crease. I think that's going to look really nice right there in the crease. That's a really, that gold and that burgundy is beautiful. Loving those shades. Really, really nice. Love that kind of shade range. And you can always deepen it back up like I'm doing. I'm now going back in with the brown and just kind of deepening it up. Make the crease the darkest part of the look. Making it really smoky. Having a smoky daytime look today. Then I'm going to go in with that Sigma E40 tapered blending brush. I've got a lighter brown over here that I'm just going to kind of halo at the top of all of this. Just to give it a little tiny bit more dimension right here. Kind of gives it that halo effect when you'll see it from a distance. And then because these looks always look so gorgeous, I have to pop on some falsies. So that's a really good $1 eyeshadow palette. I think it's great. I like it. I can get some use out of it. Okay, so now we're going to put on some mascara. I'm going to use my CoverGirl Clump Crusher Extensions by Lashblast. This is my favorite mascara by CoverGirl. It's the green tube. And I just like the separation it gives my lashes. It does a good job of, it has a really, it has a brush that has those separating type of, it's a separating type of wand. And I just love that. So I think it really, it does well to separate the eyelash. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it does really separate the lashes nicely. It's not just a standard brush. It actually has, like, you can feel it, you know, going through your eyelashes. I definitely like this one. And then I'm going to pop on a set of false eyelashes because I think that when you do eyeshadow, it just makes sense to put on the lashes. So today I'm using this new box. It's the Salon Perfect Clusters, Tapered Clusters, Full Volume with 100% Natural Hair. Easy to apply, and it's reusable, and it's got the no-show band for a seamless look. This is one of my favorite eyelash bands to get, and I picked these up at Walmart. So we're just going to go ahead and take them out of the packaging and then pop these babies on. Just gently take them off of the band. I'm going to take my Duo Clear Lash Glue. I go right along the lash band all the way across. You just always want to make sure that you put a little bit more on the ends because that's where they tend to start wanting to come up throughout the day. So just a little bit more on each end I focus on. I'm going to wait for that to dry. I also need to do an eyeliner using my Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner. And I just get that as close to the lash line as possible. And there we have it. And then I'm going to pop these on. And these are the same length on each end. So I just put them in the middle of the eye. Just kind of set them down in the middle of the eye because since they're the same length both ends, you don't have to worry about which way you place them. Main thing you have to worry about is getting them centered and glued on correctly. So I'm just going to make sure I got these pressed down properly. And then I always press up on my lash. And the main thing is just to wait until the glue dries before you fuse it, because sometimes it will I feel like I need to move those just slightly. I'm going to move it just slightly this way, more towards the outer corner of the lash. Oh, I'm sorry. I always forget I need to move the camera when I'm doing this so you guys can see me. I have to look down into my other little mirror here. I've been doing this for years, but it's still a little bit of a challenge sometimes. Mainly getting them straight and then getting them, you know, to stay exactly where you want them. So now I'm going to go in with the other side. But the nice thing is, once the lash glue dries, they stay put for the day. I mean, I get sweaty and everything, they still stay put. So that's pretty good, I think. I never really have them come off. Only problems I've ever had is if I'm like, if I don't put enough glue on the ends. You see what I mean? You just have to put a little extra glue there at the end. If I don't put enough glue at the ends, sometimes they'll start coming off at the ends, and so I've learned to make sure that I have enough glue on both ends. Okay, now I'm going to go in on this side to draw the line. I always have trouble with the left side because I am not left-handed, and it's just hard for me to look and keep a straight line. Okay. And of course, once you put the lash band on, it pretty much all just blends seamlessly, so that's nice. Okay, so now just waiting for this glue to set up. And then we're just going to go ahead and pop these on. And again, making sure that they're secure, and then I just have to wait for them to dry. I pretty much just lift up on the lash band. Trying to make sure that they are exactly where I want these babies. And then I go in with my Tweezerman Rose Gold eyelash curler and just fuse the two together, my real lashes with the false. Wow. That is the second day in the row that this has came off. That's really bad. That usually does not happen. For some reason, when I go to fuse them together, the actual eyelash band is wanting to go with it. So I may just have to not do that with these. And sometimes that happens, I think, because it's a new lash band. And for some reason it just doesn't want to stay, but I usually like to fuse them together because it'll make it look more natural. But these are just not one to work with me. That's okay. I will make do with what I have here. It's gonna work one way or another. So I guess the whole point of this to you guys, to all of you watching, is that false lashes can be challenging. They're fun to wear and they're beautiful. I love them, but they do have their challenges. So all my videos are unedited. I just show you the way it is, raw, uncut. This is real life. I don't have anything to hide. I just show you like it is, so you can see, those of you that are struggling, you're not alone. It's real. The struggle's real. but you can really get a beautiful look. So I'm just going to leave it as is. I mean, I still have the wide awake look even without fusing them together. That's just a technique that I normally use, but see, my eyes are still really pretty the way they are. So I think we're just going to leave it as is, and then once it dries, it'll be good for the day. But see how that just gives you, I love these tapered clusters because it really gives your eyes that wide awake look. And for me, it helps tremendously since I don't have very many natural eyelashes. It is so helpful to be able to actually see lashes on my face, you know, on my eyes. And I love to wear false eyelashes because of the way that it really accentuates and helps my lashes dramatically. So now we're going to follow up with the last product, which is a lip liner and a new lip product. And the lip liner I'm using is by Wet n Wild. I love these gel. They're the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liners. These are awesome. You can get these at Walmart, and they're like $2 or $3. And this one's in Never Petal Down. And basically it's kind of a pink shade because I'm going to go in with a rose, I'm going to go in with a new rose, let's see, it's by L'Oreal. This is a L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Liquid Lipstick. It's the Les Macarons collection, if you haven't seen these lately, and this one's in the shade Dose of Rose, 818. Hard to read that writing, especially when they make the writing so tiny and then it's the same color as this. It's almost impossible to read it. They should make it like maybe a different color. So I like to use these lip liners. This is my new technique because it gives the illusion of fuller lips, which I can definitely use because I feel like I have pretty small lips. So the illusion is you just kind of draw it a little bit below your regular lip line. This is all smoke and mirrors, you guys. There you go. It's all about the illusion, and you can pretty much get any look. You have to be kind of careful with these gel lip liners, though, I've noticed, because they're so smooth and creamy. But I just like to do that just to kind of give it some extra va-va-voom. And then, now that we got the lip on, we're going to go in with this new lip product. And this is Dose of Rose. And you have just basically, it's curved. You got the standard doe foot applicator. And I thought I would pop this one on today. It is matte. It is a matte, creamy and then just I want to make sure I can get the full opaqueness, and then I might add, let me see if I can find like a lip topper here. I've got a few over here. Let's see what I have. You can use my Stila Beauty Boss lip gloss in Elevator Pitch. I'm going to add a little bit of that down here. That just gives it some extra sparkle. I'm all about the shine. Like, shine intensifies everything. So that's a really pretty look by itself. I like to mix things. I like to have like a menagerie of things. I got this new lip gloss. It's the NYX Butter Gloss, which I've used in the past and loved. And this is in the shade Cupcake. It's kind of a coral shade. I think I'm going to pop a little bit of that. Kind of just to give it a little bit more corally look. You can kind of change up a look by just adding and mixing different colors together. So now it's kind of like a corally pink, which I think goes well with this shirt I'm wearing. So I really like the look. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. I love the new foundation so far. It's my first time trying, but I'll let you know as time goes on if it still holds up and how it holds up throughout the day. Love the SPF in it. That primer seemed nice, and I love the dollar eyeshadow look. The falsies are the best, and then this new lip combo is really pretty as well. So I liked everything I put on today, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. Again, if you like these videos, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, please click the red subscribe button down below and the notification bell right next to it so that you will not miss any future videos. And also in the description box down below, I have posted links to my other channel, which is my alternative hair channel. It's called Glam Life Wig Reviews, and I'd love for you to check that out as well. So if you navigate to the little down arrow, that will take you to a link to my alternative hair review channel. And I've also linked both of my sister's wig review channels as well so that you can check them out, and they also have some really great tips for updos and things like that. So I hope everybody enjoyed this look. I hope everybody's having a really great weekend, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye!